Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Chad Too Clean, and this is my barber story, right? So I started cutting hair at a very, very young age. I was around 5 or 6 when my mom first used to like punish us and make us cut each other's hair. And I didn't even realize I liked cutting hair or I didn't like cutting hair. It was just something that I had to do, right? It was a punishment, so to speak. So to cut my brother's hair, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know whether I was going with the grain or against the grain. I remember I used to cut everybody's hair with the grain, like for years. I'm talking about never discovered the speed and efficiency of fading against the grain. It was just something that I thought this is how it should be cut. By the time I got to middle school, around this time I'm cutting my own hair, right? So again, I didn't necessarily like cutting hair. It was just that I wanted to stay fresh. I wanted to look fresh. And continuously cutting my hair, it started to bring attention. People would be like, yo, man, how you always keep a fresh cut? Like, I go to my barber every 2 weeks, like, you always got a fresh cut. And I was like, I cut my own hair, you know? And this eventually led to getting off at my bus stop and 2 or 3 kids following me back to my house after school just to get a haircut. And I remember I used to bring my chair outside because my mom never let nobody in my house if she wasn't there. And I just started getting busy right there, man. Charged like $5. And this time I'm probably like 13, you know what I mean? And so I continuously keep cutting hair. It's just something that I keep doing. Around this time in middle school, I started cutting a lot of the people in my church, like from the deacons to the pastor to the ushers. And I ended up cutting this one usher named Vince. And he told me, he's like, yo, man, you cut hair better than my barber. He's like, yo, he just opened a barbershop. You should go check it out, man. Maybe you should work there. So I told my mom, and she was all for it. She was like, yeah. She took me up there one day, and I met Jimmy. Shout out to Jimmy at Wise Cuts. And he basically just threw me straight in, you know what I'm saying, straight into the Lions. Then, you know, he was like, yo, next person comes in, I want to see you cut their hair. I want to see how you interact with the client. So dude comes in, and I remember just like lacing him up, you know what I mean, giving him like a fresh fade, good lineup, even throw a hard part in. And Jimmy was like, yo, bro, like, you nice, man. Like, if you sharpen up a couple skills, learn how to use the straight razor, you can go far in this. And I remember, man, just like meeting Jimmy from the jump, he was just super genuine. And I never really asked him how he got popping as a barber, but I remember he was cutting like a lot of the Wizards, a lot of the Redskins. I was living in DC at the time, and to see him leave the shop at the end of the day with like 500, like, I mean, he used to have like stacks of cash. And it wasn't even just the money. It was like, I felt like every time I went to the shop, he was always happy. You know, he was always like joking with his clients, laughing. And it kind of felt like he was just hanging out, you know, like, so to be a young kid, 15, 16, and to see that, you know, an older black dude that's like mid-20s, you know, owns his barbershop, you know, having a good time every day and making money, like, I was all in, you know, I was all in. From there, you know, I started getting a little bit older, 17, 18, and I never forget Jimmy's like, yo, Chad, after we finish today in the shop, come back to my crib, ask your mom if you can come pick something up. So I was like, all right, cool. So I asked my mom, she said, yeah, it's cool. I drove my van over there, I followed him, and I never forget, man, he gave me like a barber chair that he had sitting in his basement. Like, I don't know whose chair this was, I don't know where he got it from, I don't know. But he was like, yo, I want you to take this to college with you, bro. And, you know, he's like, you're gonna kill it. And that moment was like a big moment for me because it kind of, not only did it make me have more skin in the game with barbering, but it gave me a responsibility. Like, yo, this chair, like, I have to get this chair to school, somehow put it in my dorm room, and I have to make this work, you know? And that amount of pressure, like, it gives you a certain amount of, like, tenacity because you have to push through that pressure, right? So me getting that barber chair and bringing it to school, you know, I don't ask permission, I ask forgiveness. I just kind of walked it in. I dumped it off in my living room. I put a mirror up, set up a station, and yo, from there, it just got crazy. Like I started cutting the whole campus, and that's really how I got my name up there. You know, that's how I started to really work on my craft and become good at barbering. Like I always say, people say, "Yo, why did you go to college if you're a barber?" Like first of all, I have a degree. I still use my degree, and secondly, if I didn't go to school and really craft and learn how to cut hair and even have access to that many people, you got to think about it. You go to college, like it's a whole campus full of people that need haircuts. That's I don't know anywhere else where that many readily available clients are, you know? And that really taught me like I had to sharpen my skills because when I got there were other barbers on campus that were older than me. They were like seniors and juniors, and I'm a freshman trying to be like I'm the new barber. So it was rough, man. Like that first couple like months of school, but once I got my name up and started to really show what I could do, it was over. I started taking over, and by the time I got to my senior year, like the campus was mine. You know, I'm cutting the football coaches. I'm cutting like the best dudes on the basketball team. I'm cutting like all the best football players. I'm cutting all the smart kids. Like it just was crazy. You know, I'm cutting everybody, and that really gave me my basis for being a barber. And here I am now. You know, grown man, married. You know, homeowner, and I'm still cutting hair. It's just funny to think back on your life. So sometimes if it's something that you want to do, man, and it's like especially with barbering, look back over your life sometimes and look back at all the adversity you got through and all the things that made you who you are. This is the best way to figure out your destiny. It might not even be barbering. It might be something else. You know, maybe you're an artist and you started drawing pictures at a young age. Like whatever it was that you naturally did and continue to do throughout your whole life, look at that as okay. This is what I'm here for on this earth. This is a gift that God gave me, and you should use your gift to uplift Him, and use your gift to grow and help people. And that's what barbering is, and that's what it does for me. So I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Hopefully you got something out of this, and yeah, man, y'all tap back in with Clean Grooming. We got a lot more tutorials, videos, and product reviews coming. Let's get it.